Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? It's SEL0320 representing JVS. I'm back here again for another review for The Flash. This is episode 4, The Elongated Journey into Night, which is a very strange name. They should just say The Elongated Night or something like that, or The Elongated Journey. I think that's just way too many times. But anyway, I'm not going to be nitpicking on this. What did I think about the episode? I actually thought it was a pretty good episode. I actually enjoyed generally the comedic moments of this episode. It was interesting having Danny Trejo in it. When he was doing his action moments, he kind of held his hands up like this and just doing like his powers. It was kind of like, but I mean, you know, he can sell being, you know, an anti-hero or a villain, and he's got these epic one-liners that are funny. It's just interesting symmetry watching Gypsy and you know, Cisco in the beginning of the episode kind of getting all the lovey-dovey, and then the dad just showing up, and it's just kind of like, oh Lord, what is going to happen? But I knew Cisco had it in him all from Jump Street, and it's just really interesting to kind of have like a legend in Danny Trejo back. It was awesome having him in the Rick and Morty episode. That was really dope. But what do I think about the Elongated Man? So I think that actually, before I even go into the Elongated Man in this one, I think that Tom Cavanaugh, he actually directed this episode, and I thought it was very interesting comedic timing for a lot of it. I did enjoy it. I think that a lot of it got kind of muddled as far as the villain of this, because for the longest time, like the whole beginning part of the episode, it was like Barry had this chip on his shoulder about this dude, and I was just like, what did he do, you know? The only thing I didn't like about that part, there are other things I didn't like, but the only thing I didn't like about that Barry basically said that, you know, he planted and falsified the knife and the covering or whatever, but he acted like he really believed that the guy really did it. So it was like, did he really do it? They never went and found that resolve that made it push that, okay, why did you break the law to do this? Did you really believe it, or did you want a claim for it, you know, kind of thing? And they never really clarified that, and that's kind of where I'm kind of like makeshift when it comes to the Elongated Man. But the scenes that they did use him with, the CG was actually really good. I actually really appreciated, you know, the amount of CG they used and the way that they did it. The only thing about the guy that's acting in it is kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about his look. Like, just him in general, you know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. Like, it's a weird dynamic. And the fact that now Barry's going to be trying to train him into being something kind of like how Oliver did him. I don't know if that's going to necessarily fit. But I did like that Plastic Man reference at the very end. I thought that was really dope. I just did have a lot more fun with this episode than I have the other ones. It didn't seem as forced, but I think there were certain things that just kind of got lost in translation, like the mayor, the cliche mayor situation where he was kind of like, you know, that kind of got muddled up. You know, there was two different moments, like I said, that were kind of muddled within the confines of the episode. I did appreciate that it looks like Grant Gustin is actually really bulking up a little bit more. I can still tell like his definition as a hero. He's filling out. He's really filling out into the role, and I can really tell the work that he's kind of putting in as being the Flash. But other than that, I think that there was an awesome moment with Joe. Everybody was saying like he's got like his glow on him. Of course, we know why. He's having a baby, and then they had like the cigar moment towards the end. So it was an enjoyable episode. I don't know, man. It's like there are moments where the story really hits and it gets me emotionally, kind of like certain moments in the first season. But then there are moments it's just like, yeah. But I will say that when they mentioned the vote at the very end, and then they did that callback, I was like, are they gonna just, you know, just forget, you know, he even remembered that? No, he actually remembered, and he even remembered the dampener. He even remembered, you know, the other villain talking about it. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they're gonna move forward with this. But either way, I give this episode 8 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It was pretty funny. Specifically the Cisco and Danny Trejo moments, and or the Devastator, and then I guess the Elongated Man, and just how weird and awkward, like that moment when his face fell off and Joe just threw up everywhere. I cracked up. So I hope you guys enjoy my reaction whenever you get to see it. I apologize that none of the reactions have been popping up, but I'll try to see what I can do tonight. Keep it locked. JVS ain't gonna stop. It is 12 o'clock though. Peace, guys.